If you guys don't already know me, hi, my name is Christina. Whenever I was 21, I was sentenced to 3 years prison in the state of Florida. So I have been there, done that. Everything I'm going to be telling you guys today is going to be from my own personal experience and my own personal opinion. Please remember to be kind to everybody, everywhere, in your everyday life, in your home, in the grocery store, and especially in the comment section down below. Please do not show hate to anybody, anywhere. Good morning, my lovelies, my beauties, my friends. My name is Christina and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, thank you so much for clicking on this video. I really hope that you will subscribe, stick around, take a chance on hearing some things that I have to say. And if you are a returning subscriber, y'all already know, y'all are my babies. So good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everybody doing today? I hope you all are having an amazing day. I hope you guys are all healthy and safe and happy and loved. This is really crazy times, and it's still crazy times. I feel like we've been in crazy times for a long time now, but I hope you guys are doing well. So today I wanted to do something a little bit different. I want to talk to you guys about 10 things that the new girls do when they get to jail or prison. Okay, every new girl does this. Like, if you go, which you better not, none of my babies are ever gonna go to jail or prison. Y'all are all precious little angels and y'all don't do nothing wrong. But any of you guys that have ever been there, y'all gonna be like, yep, they dang sure do that. You can always spot who the new girls are. And if you've watched any of my videos, you've heard me say that before. You can always tell who the new girls are or who the first timers are. Now, before we get into these things, I want to let you guys know that I'm going to make light of this situation. I'm going to ka with you guys, but going to jail and going to prison is not a funny situation by any means. When I got into trouble was 15 years ago, okay? I have not even had a speeding ticket, not even a ticket. I haven't even been pulled over, okay, in almost 15 years, back in 2005. So my life has completely changed. I walk the straight and narrow, and I don't do anything to get myself in any kind of trouble, okay? But we're gonna joke about it. We're gonna laugh about it. And I'm gonna educate you guys. So don't get your panties in a wad. I'm not telling people to go to jail or making, you know, whatever. So you guys get me. Y'all feel me. Okay. So this is the deal. When you go to jail or when you go to prison, you can tell who the repeat offenders are right off the rip. I think I've told you guys that before. Like, you can tell who they are. I, unfortunately, was a repeat offender ever since I was like 12 years old and I started going to, you know, juvenile facilities. And if you guys don't know, watch some of my videos in the description box or something like that, because I got into a lot of trouble when I was a teenager, okay? And then all the way up until I was 21. So the people that are repeat offenders, you can tell they know the drill. They come in, they go to their bed, they make their bed, they kind of have a confidence about them. It doesn't even matter if you're a confident person or not. I mean, if you've already done, it's like the same way like when you go to work, right? Maybe the very first time you start a new job, you feel a little awkward, you're kind of tiptoeing around, you don't really know like what to do, what to say, who to talk to, you know, what all your job duties are. But after you've been there for a month, you just go right on in, you don't even think about it. Well, that's the same way it is when you are in jail or prison, okay? The first time you're gonna be like, ooh, what do I do? Now, these are the 10 things, and any of my babies out there that have been to jail or prison, y'all let me know down below. Am I lying? Okay, is this not really how it goes? Okay. And especially if you're in different states, I want to know. The first way to spot a newbie is when the woman comes in. I don't know if it's the same in the male side. You guys tell me, all my fellas out there that have been there, done that, let me know if it's the same. Is the first thing is they do not eat. Yes. They will come in, they won't eat. Because let me tell you something, honey. Once you've been on the street, going through McDonald's drive-thru and hoobity-hobbity-wuddy and Taco Bell and stuff, and they slap that slop tray down in front of you, the new girls always push it away and don't eat. We had this thing in our county jail called SOS, okay? And it was really called, we called the SOS, ship with a T on a sandwich or something like that. And it was like this clear, it was supposed to be, you guys, It was supposed to be sausage gravy, okay? You know, like sausage gravy and biscuits. Some of y'all, if you're not from the country or y'all don't eat country, you may never, so I know people in the north have never even seen sausage and biscuits, but whatever. Sausage gravy to go on like bread. You know, we didn't get biscuits, it was bread. But the gravy was like clear. It looked like snot. Honestly, the gravy was like, I don't know, like a gray color, okay? And it had little pieces of mystery meat in it. And I'm telling you guys what they do. They take whatever meat is left over in the pans and they push it all together at the end of the night so they can make different, you know, meals, and they put it in this slop. And like, holy cow, the first time you ever see that SOS, you are like, where am I? And what have I done to deserve this? Like, it is so disgusting, okay? The first time you see it, baby, but after you're there for a month, you're like, oh, yay, slop. So you can always tell a new girl first thing by her not eating. She's not gonna eat. She's gonna come in there and be like, She's gonna get hungry in a week or two. Y'all see, y'all know. The second way to spot a new girl, all the new girls when they come in, is they stay to themselves. They're kind of, you know, tiptoeing around, you know, because by the time, you have to understand, when you go into a jail, okay, like say I'm a new girl, I'm going into these people. Some of these people have already been in here for a year, 2, if they're waiting on a court, you know, date, or they're waiting on a trial, they sit in there. Sometimes they can sit in there for years, or maybe they got sentenced to 6 months. So you come in and you're like walking in the jail, and you're like, the officer's walking you, and she's not talking you through anything, honey. The officer's not like, honey, now this is what's gonna happen. They're just like, boom, here you are, here's your cot, here's your sheets, there's your bed right there. And then you're just like in this big room with 100 women, and they're playing cards, you know, and they're cooking food, and you can tell people are already clicked up, and you're like the new girl, and you're just kind of like, okay, where's the bathroom, where's this? But you're not asking nobody. The new girls don't ask it. They stay to themselves. That's the second way. Okay. The third way you can spot a newbie every single time is they're scared to interact with the officers. Now, I get this because the officers are not your friend, okay? They are not the guards, the COs. Shout out to my good, helpful COs and correctional officers out there. We applaud y'all, the good ones, the other ones. Anyways, they are not your friend. They're not there to be like, hey, Michelle. Hey, TT. Hey, girl, how are you doing today? Did you sleep well? No, it ain't none of that. They come in there with their keys clanking and their guns or tasers or whatever they have. Even if it's a taser, it looks like a gun. You can't really tell a difference. And they walk in and they do their rounds and they don't talk to you. So it's kind of intimidating. And if you need something, if you really need something, the new girls, they're not even going to ask, because the officers, they demand respect. Their presence does. So they're walking around, they're checking and seeing what everybody's doing. Sometimes they may like flip your bed, you know, and the new girls are like, ah! And we're like, this is our life now. The fourth way to spot a new girl, and tell me if I'm lying, you guys. Tell me if I'm lying. Bless y'all's little hearts. I've been there. I've been there. They try to hide when they take a shower, okay? So you go into the jails, especially like the jails that I was in. It was an open bay shower, right? So it's nothing but a big like locker room thing with shower nozzles. And so when the new girls, if you've never been to like jail or prison or anything, and you walk in there and you realize, holy cow, the bathrooms are like all open. Like the toilets are just there. Like if you have to go potty, you know, anybody come in brushing their teeth, they're looking dead at you. There's no privacy. There's zero, okay? There's nothing you can do. And so the new girls will typically like get up super early before anybody wakes up. Like you'll be like rolling around on your cot like 4 o'clock in the morning. You hear the shower going. And then by the time they tell us it's time to wake up, and you know, whatever. And then we get up at 5 and we see the new girls are like drying their hair. They get up real early to sneak and hide and take a shower because they feel uncomfortable, which is understandable. But honey, after you're there for a month, you just like, shower time. Pass me that soap. Hey, throw me the towel over there. Like, hey. You're just like, we're here now. We all living together. It is what it is. You know, pass me the toilet paper. You got any toilet paper? You be calling, hey, Amber, bring me a pad. You know, but when you first get there, when the first girls first get there, they're like, ooh, 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 have your towel up, ooh. The fifth way to spot a new girl. Now this one is kind of iffy because if somebody's coming off of the street and they're like detoxing or withdrawals, going through withdrawals, they'll do the same thing. But you can kind of tell if you've been in jail or prison before. They will sleep a lot. They will stay in their bed, wrapped up under the covers, and they'll sleep a lot. And you know, like maybe us that have been there for a month or two, or people that are, you know, repeat offenders will walk around and you'll see that like lump in the bed. Like if you're in jail. In prison, you can't do that. You can't sleep all day like that. But if you're in jail, you can see them, and they'll sleep a lot for a while. They won't eat, they won't sleep. And it's, you know, I know we're making light about it and we're joking, but it's a depressing thing once you get into jail or prison. Like it is. Like it's immediately depressing. And I know that, you know, we're under quarantine right now, and although there's really no comparison, there kind of is a comparison. Okay, that's why, you know, all of these politicians and, you know, government officials and stuff are really pushing like the online or the phone call options for mental health, because people are locked in their houses. Well, when you're locked in a jail and you're away from your family, at least we're around our family right now, like it is immediately, as soon as you walk into that jail, like, you know what I mean? So they will sleep a lot. You'll see them sleeping. And sometimes if you've got some old timers in there, you know, people that's been there, people spinning it out, they'll go over, you know, hey, you okay? You good? You alive? You good? You know, so they sleep a lot. The sixth way to spot a newbie is writing letters. You will see the new girls or the first timers or whatever sitting on their bunk, writing pages to their family, to their husbands, to their baby daddy, to their girlfriends, to their whoever it is, writing. Now, after you've been there for a while, do you still write letters? Yes, but typically once you're there for a while, like if you're in jail or even in prison, you are, you know, you are doing other things too. You maybe like will play cards or make food, or if you're in prison then you know, you're going to work. But if you're in the county jail, you typically will see the new girls writing. They're begging their grandma to send them $20, or they're begging their boyfriend not to leave them, or they're writing their kids, and I'm so sorry, and I'm sorry that I'm here, and I love you, and I miss you, and it's going to be better when I get out. So although the people that are there longer do still write letters, it seems to me, and tell me if you guys feel the same way, when you have a new girl, they get it, honey. I mean, they got smoke coming out from underneath that pencil on the paper. Right. And also too, though, it's a good way to release, you know, and like journal your thoughts and feelings if you're sending it off to your grandma or your papa. But yeah, the new girls really write them letters, honey. They write. The seventh way to spot a newbie, and oh, y'all tell me if I am wrong, especially in the county jail, is they be on the phone crying. Every time they get on the phone, just crying. And I get it, dude. They're looking around, never been in jail. And you got to understand, when I say newbies, this could be anybody. This could be your grandma, okay? This could be your aunt, your sister, your cousin that never does anything wrong, that got pulled over DUI, okay? This could be a lawyer that gets other people out of jail, but they end up getting pulled over for a DUI. You know, like literally, in order to go to jail, you don't have to be a hardcore criminal, honey. You don't have to be a, you know, substance smuggler, or, you know, you can be you. It only takes one decision in a split second and you are behind those walls in there, okay? So seeing them, the new girls are typically on the phone for probably the first week and a half, just crying. Every time they're on the phone crying, either begging somebody to bail them out, please come and bail me out, or like looking around at everybody, because it can be very intimidating in jail. You're in there with a lot of criminals, okay? Not everybody's hardcore criminals. And yeah, give them a week or two or a month or two. They may cry on the phone every now and then, but they're not, you know, they're all cried out. I mean, you can only cry so many tears. The eighth way to spot a newbie, if you haven't spotted them by all those other, you know, ways yet, is they start asking a lot of questions, and sometimes dumb questions. And that's all good, because the newbies will ask questions like, and this is definitely exaggeration, or, you know, but an example, but something like, can I order pizza with my money on my, but like questions that you're like, honey, no. You know, those type of questions, like, do we get to go outside? And we're like, outside? Well, we're supposed to go outside an hour or two a week, but if that's what you call outside, then yeah, we get to go outside. You know what I mean? Or, you know, they'll ask questions like, but I thought legally they can't do this. And all the repeat offenders are like, what? Legally they can't do a lot of things, but they do. You know, that type of thing. Or do we get to see the boys at all, or the men, or do we get to go? And we're like, no, Shulka, come sit by me. No, baby, none of that. The 9th way that you can spot a newbie in prison is they will typically make friends with the other new girls, right? They see a new girl coming in, and if they're not out of that phase yet, the newbies or the new girls or the fresh meat or whatever, if they're not out of that phase yet of being like in the shell and hiding from everything, if they, you know, maybe they've only been there for a week and a half, the new girls that come in that are like that, they typically click up. You will typically see the new girls click up. Now, with that being said, am I sitting here telling you guys that I don't ever talk to the new girls? No, I do. I would when I was there, but you know, I'm me anyways. I'm over there. I'm talking to everybody. That's just how my personality is now. It's how my personality is then. I'm that person that's go and talking to everybody. So yes, they will click up with the other new girls. Now, the 10th way that you can spot a newbie, and all of the newbies go through this when you go into jail or prison, and y'all tell me if I'm wrong if you've been there, is you get constipated. Every person that goes in that jail, even in prison, sometimes in prison, is with all of the carb heavy foods that they feed you, and the water that the lacking of like fresh water that you get. Everybody when they get there, I want to say for the first month and a half, if you have to stay that long, is in, I'm not talking about just like, oh, I can't go. I'm talking about in pain. I'm talking about going up and trying to find a nurse or a doctor and asking for something, because something about that food that they feed you in there, man, and the lack of water. Every new girl, when you go into jail or prison, is severely, painfully constipated, and that sucks. That's probably the worst one out of them all. So, all right, my loves, let me know what you guys thought about this video. Do you guys want more videos like this? I have some other ideas. Do you guys want me to talk more about Quarantina? What do you guys want? Let me know down below. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please, as always, don't forget to like it. It's a free way that you can help your girl out. And until next time, I love you guys so very much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. We are dreaming.